Well, what's up, homies? I said homies, man, because I'm from the USA too, so I guess we're like homies, but I don't know. I just kind of, I picked that up along the way over my life. Um, Making my long form video. I made a bunch of shorts this morning. I always make 3 shorts for each channel, and didn't hardly get any views, man. Had 4 or 5 views on each one, but that's okay, man. Maybe you guys were busy for Cyber Monday, Monday evening, or something like that. I don't know. Anyways, I'm coming to you with the with my long video. Everybody wants to change their life, right? There's certain things I want to change, man. Since I've come over here to Cambodia, I've gained some weight. When I got to Cambodia, I'm going to use kilos because that's what they use over here. I weighed about 100 kilos, which was about, I don't know, about 125 pounds, something like that. Anyways, I weighed 100 kilos, and I'm up to about 110 right now, which it's 2.2 kilos for a pound. So you guys can do the math. But anyways, so I started going to the gym. I was teaching for 3 years, so I sat around the desk a lot, grading homework, come home, doing lesson plans, just all the rest of that stuff. And I'd get up about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning so I can read, and I would teach a class at night. So I wouldn't get home sometimes till almost 7 o'clock at night. So I guess that's an excuse. I didn't really have time to go to the gym. Plus, I was eating a lot. So anyway, but I'm trying to lose. I'm trying to lose some weight right now. Been going to the gym almost. I didn't go today, but almost every day I've been going to the gym. Riding my bicycle a little bit more and stuff. But everybody wants to change something about their life. Okay, and it's not easy. Okay, older you get, the harder it gets. Okay. A long time ago, I was in the construction industry. I was in the Carpenters Union as an apprentice, and then I'd worked my way up through a journeyman, and then I decided to get my contractor's license. Took the test. I studied for myself. I didn't go to no class. Got the books. I studied. I passed the first time, and so I know a lot about when it comes to building houses. Okay, really building anything, you have to start from the ground up. Okay, you can't start from the top down and build anything. I don't think. I mean, maybe there's something you can build like that, but I'm not aware of it. Anyways, you have to start from the ground up. Okay, and a lot of times it's difficult starting like that. You're just looking at an empty piece of land, and you got to come up with the plan to put a nice, beautiful home. I used to build custom homes. Nice, put a nice home on that land. And anyways, but you got to start somewhere. And a lot of people are scared of change. That's one thing I'm not really scared of is change. I've changed careers many times in my life. I've changed where I've lived. I've changed a lot of different things. Some of the things I probably should have changed a little bit earlier. As most of you know by now, I don't drink alcohol anymore. I probably should have changed that when I was a lot younger, but I didn't. This channel is mostly set up for boomers, retired people to come over here to Southeast Asia to live. It's just so much cheaper, man. It's just so much cheaper. And a lot of them are afraid. Like I said, they got grandkids and whatever, and they got their Medicare and their insurance and all their medicines and all the rest of that stuff. They're afraid to change, okay? Because they're old like me. They're afraid to change. So they got all these different reasons why they can't leave their little 55-plus communities or whatever, wherever they're living. And they wait until they're just barely getting by, maybe 80. Like I said, I'm only 67, and I'm still pretty physical. I'm still pretty. I can get out and ride. I can get out and ride a bike for several hours. I can go to the gym and put in a good 2-hour workout. I can't do a lot of stuff I did before. I don't lift any free weights because I'm afraid to get hurt. I don't do any kind of squats. any kind of really any rough leg exercises because I had my hip replaced, and I've had knee surgery. So I'm just kind of careful with those two things. But like I said, I want change, and that change is not going to come by me sitting around watching workout videos. It's just not going to come. It would be ridiculous for me to even say that. It's not going to come by me going on a quote diet, because I don't like a diet. If I want to eat something, I want to eat something. Okay. If it means I got to stay a little longer in the gym, that's just what I got to do, you know. So, but this video right here, like I said, it could still be for the boomers. It could still be for the older people, because like I said, I know change is difficult. But I'm going to kind of direct this next little bit to some of you younger people. Okay. You've worked your whole way through high school. Took the entrance exam. I think still have that. Got into a university and did your 4 years. Graduated at university, and now you're, I don't know, 24, 25 years old. Maybe had a job for a little bit and got laid off. Maybe can't find a job. Maybe you're not working in your career. Whatever the situation may be. Okay. I'm just telling you this as an old guy. It's obvious. You can tell by looking at me, I'm not a youngster. I'm old, but with that age comes knowledge, hopefully. Okay. Well, I've known some older people that age and knowledge did not go together very well. Okay. They're usually in and out of jail and, and living on the streets and all the rest of it. But anyways, this is kind of like for the younger people, but like I said, it could apply to anyone. I'm going to say between the ages of 24, 25, and maybe 34, 35, somewhere in that range, that should be some of the most fun and life experience that you're never going to get again time in your life. Okay? And if you're struggling, trying to find a job, and you got student loans, and you got to live with mom and dad, and you got 6 roommates living in a 2-bedroom apartment, whatever the situation may be, you're kind of throwing those years away. Okay? And between the ages of, like I said, I'm just going to use 25 and 35, but it can be anywhere around there. Those are the years where you need to get out and they used to call it like backpacking across Europe, but I don't think I'd do that anymore. I don't know. I don't think it's too safe anymore. But back when I was young, people would hitchhike across the United States, man. And you guys don't know hitchhiking. The older people do. It's when you put your thumb out and you hope somebody picks you up and takes you somewhere. But people used to hitchhike across the United States. Finish high school. Some people go after high school, but a lot of people wait till after the university, and they'd hitchhike across the United States and kind of work odd jobs here and there, and save money while they were still at home before they did that, and they would live in a nice adventure. Okay, and I knew several people that did that. I had a friend of mine. I got a friend of mine, and still right now to this day in the USA, and he lives up in Minnesota. Excuse me, Wisconsin. He lives in Wisconsin, and he's got a niece that finished a university, and her family's pretty well off. But she traveled through Asia. She spent like 2 months, and she just traveled, and she stayed in these hostels. I think they're called hostels. It's kind of a strange name, a hostel. But anyway, she stayed in there, and she kind of like did the backpack thing, but across Asia. Her family's got a pretty good amount of money. I think I at least wanted to have stayed in a hotel, but she wanted the experience of staying in a hostel with the other young people. And she traveled across Asia. She went quite a few places. She didn't come over here to Cambodia. It just wasn't on her. It just wasn't on her bucket list. So she didn't come. But like I said, for you younger people in that age range, that shouldn't be the time where you should be struggling so hard, trying, like I said, trying to pay back these high-priced, crazy student loans, and living in mom and dad's house, living under mom and dad's rules, and living in the same bedroom that you were in ninth grade. All that stuff, man. You guys need to get out and experience life. And like I said, it is difficult for change, but that's what I'm here to help you do that. Okay. I've lived all over the United States. Like I said, I went where the money was. I lived in Panama, down there at the Panama Canal for about 19 months. I've been living here in Cambodia for the last 4 years, and I've traveled all over the place. So I got some knowledge to bring to you guys, and like I said, I'm more than willing to share it for you right now. And until I start my website, right now it's for free. So anyway, once I start that website, then it's going to cost you. So, but for right now, it's free. There is all kinds of opportunities, especially in third world countries, whether it be in Africa, whether it be in, I don't know about the Middle East. I kind of stay out of there. But anyways, I know Africa and parts of South America I wouldn't really go to right now. You know about the whole Venezuela thing. But anyways, there's a lot of different places you can go, especially over here in Southeast Asia. It's really safe. They don't have a lot of violent crime. It's seldom you hear about a murder or something like that. But you got to start somewhere. Okay, you got to start somewhere, and the best way to start is to get a pad of paper. Okay, I'm going to show you right over here. Okay, this is a thing that I have. You can see it's full of all kind of writings in here. It's full. Okay, this is the book I'm taking with me to the USA, so I don't forget nothing. Okay, because I got to take care of a lot of business in the USA, do a lot of things. Anyways, get yourself a notepad and start making yourself some notes. Write down, look up different places you might want to live. Look up what the cost of living there is, apartments. I don't know that much about. I look online like for Thailand, Vietnam, and Cambodia because I stay right here. And I thought about it one time, maybe investing in a condo in Thailand because they're pretty cheap. But I don't know. I'm still kind of having thoughts about that. But anyways, look up some places you might want to go. You might want to live. You might want to look up the cost of living, what the cost of living there is, housing, what kind of work you can get. Especially if you got a 4-year degree from the United States, I cannot stress this enough. You have got the golden ticket. Okay, these people over here, and I hate to sound like a chauvinist guy or something like that, but I'm just telling you, if you're a young lady and you got a 4-year degree and you come over here to Southeast Asia, you're probably going to get a job really fast, okay? Because all they ever see over here pretty much is the Asian women, the Cambodian women. And if you come over here with, you're just, I don't know. If you come over here a nice, beautiful or cute young lady with a 4-year degree, man, you're not going to have any problem getting a job. Okay, not going to be a problem. Like I said, you're not going to make what you've made in the United States, but your bills aren't going to be as high. You can live a whole lot cheaper. And like I said, in all kinds of fields. I haven't really had time to look up in the medical field exactly what requirements are, but I know in Cambodia, I don't have no teaching degree. Okay, I never went to a university for teaching or anything. I got a certificate. It's a real easy one to get online, and you can teach, and you can easily make $2,500, $3,000 a month. And you say, "Oh my God, that's." But over here, when you're only paying $800 a month for beautiful rent, beautiful apartment or condo, whatever, if you want to buy. I saw a condo, man, 66, I think it was 65,000, man. That's not really much, man. You can't even hardly buy a car for that. Anyways, your cost of living would be so much less, and you come over here and work, and you're just a couple hours away flight from wherever, Japan, South Korea, Singapore, all those places. and you decide really, I don't really like Cambodia. Well, you got Thailand, Vietnam, and like I said, all these other countries in Asia that have these big companies, man, like Toyota and LG and Samsung and Sony, and I just on and on. Everything's made, like one of those countries, and they need smart people over there too. Okay, Cambodia really needs some smart people because they got some people over here that, man, I don't even know how to describe it. But like I said, I can't help everybody on this YouTube. I mean, I can, but there's so many different there's so many different things. There's so many different choices. There's so many different things that I would have to explain. I just can't do it in a video, right? Like I said, I got an email address, and it's live, Live, dot rich, RICH, dot Cambodia at gmail.com. And if you start shooting me some emails, man, we start talking back and forth, do a Telegram thing, I'll do whatever I can to help you out, come over here, try to help you look for a job. I'm going to take some videos. I'm really busy. I'm getting ready to go to the USA here like real soon. So when I come back, I'm going to go to some of these businesses and maybe do some walkthroughs, take some videos, maybe some nice apartments, let you guys see. But you guys can have an adventure, like I said, in that range, 25 to 35, or even if you're retired, you can have an adventure that you will never be able to, I mean, you're never going to forget in your entire life. Okay? And for you older people, man, don't wait till you're 80 years old with a walker. You're not going to be, it's just not going to be fun, right? I've lived here now for 4 years, been coming here for 12 years, and they don't have any of these handicap accessible parkings and and the ramp stuff to walk up. They just don't have all that. They don't have that Person with Disability Act or whatever the thing is. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, they don't have none of that. So, if you're in a wheelchair or a walker, man, you're going to have some difficulty getting around over here, especially with some of the places I've had to walk. But like I said, don't wait till you're 80 to do that, and don't wait till you're married and you're 47 years old or whatever it is, and now you're wanting to experience that, the thrill of having those adventures in your life, man. Do them now. Do them now. Like I said, walk away from all that stuff, man. You guys can save, like I said, I'm just using the amount 10,000. If you came over here with 10,000, you came over a little bit less, I'm sure you can still make it. You can jump right into teaching, man. Jump right into it. And if you guys add everything up, man, on that pad of paper I tell you about, put all the information down where you might possibly want to live, look at a map, look at videos, whatever you got to do. Think about if you sold everything and didn't pay your bills for, 2 or 3 months. It'd take them 2 or 3 months before they could do anything to you. And how much money could you slam away, man? How much money could you slam away and get yourself a passport and a one-way plane ticket to Cambodia or some other Southeast Asian country? The U.S. ain't going nowhere. I mean, it's gonna be tore up. Okay, the USA is going to be tore up, but the land's still going to be there. You can go back to Charlotte or Memphis or one of those other places, wherever you're living at. I don't know. It ain't going nowhere, but it's just going to be tore up. It's going to be so expensive, and it's just going to be craziness, man. Like I said, I'm really here to help you guys out. Okay, and like I said, right now it's for free. Later on, well, there's going to be some money involved. I actually got me a domain name today. It's live-rich-cambodia.com because that's going to be the name of my business to help people escape the United States. And when I say escape, I mean that literally, escape. Okay, so don't wait till you're broke. Don't wait till you ain't got no money and you're borrowing $20 from mom so you can put some gas in your car, man. Don't do that. Like I said, start that plan right now and shoot me an email if you got any questions, man. I'm retired. I'm going to be heading to the USA here soon. I won't be making a lot of videos. I will make some from the USA, but you guys already seen the USA. You don't need to see a whole lot of videos. I might make some shorts or something like that, but I'll have plenty of time to answer your emails. And I still got a phone. I've had the same phone number for 23 or 24 years. And when I'm in the USA, man, I'll put out a video, give you guys my phone number, because all it is people can leave voice messages, whatever they want, and I call about every other day, check my messages, and most of it's just, oh, my name is Sam, and you owe back taxes. I'm here to help you. You will go to jail if you don't pay your back taxes. Please call me back. You know that. You know the ones. You know the ones. That was my best Indian impression, but you know the ones. Rather telling you all this crap, one of these scam things. So, anyways, I call my messages every couple of days, see if anybody's looking for me, man. But anyways, I'll let you guys go now, but just remember that between the ages of 25 and 35, man, get out there and have a good time, make some money, and have those memories in your brain for the rest of your life, man. And you older people too, don't be waiting till you're like 80 years old and you got to get around on a walker and stuff, man. You can't go see nothing like that. Okay, so I appreciate you guys listening to me, and if I can just get one person, just one man to use that magic finger, right? I'm gonna buy me a plastic finger somewhere. I don't know where. Maybe in the USA, I'll find me an old man that can cut a finger off of it. I'll put it behind me or something. Anyway, all right, I'll let you guys go, man. You guys be careful out there, and like I said, just think about what I said, okay? You guys, if I can help you, let me know, okay? Comments, Gmail me, whatever you got to do, okay?